Chapter 19 was another chapter that covered handling death in journalism, but this chapter focused on a more personal relationship between the victim and the reporter, and how that reporter handled reporting on an ongoing investigation while still trying to maintain the emotions that kind of like came at him during that time frame. So Adam Rue was a senior broadcast journalism major at the University of North Carolina, who also worked as a part-time reporter for a community radio station. And in the spring of 2008, a young woman, later to be announced as Eve Carson, a 22-year-old student body president at the university, had been murdered only a half a mile away. Adam Rue personally knew the victim through activities in the university and had a hard time deciding whether or not to cover the story. He eventually decided to cover it because he decided it really needed careful attention. Rue mentions dealing with processing that happened, like what happened at the same time of reporting, and he knew he had to remain objective. He focused on one source that was said to be a part of law enforcement and put a lot of trust into that source when he was reporting the incident. Rue chose to report many unverified details that were verified later and proven to be accurate because of this source. So this turned out to be beneficial for him in this case and the news organization because of their competitiveness and accuracy. But if it would have been wrong, it would have obviously greatly impacted their reputation. So I think that Rue really took a chance in taking this case. Oftentimes, he reported new information without any verification on that information or a script. So it was hard for him to balance people's needs to grieve with his obvious need to capture information on the situation, especially at a candlelight vigil that was held the same day as Carson's name was released as the victim. So I feel that Adam Rue held both roles really well. He wasn't in your face about anything, and I think he did his best from what I read to leave out raw emotion in his reports, but he was also very cordial and aware to and of the people surrounding him who were personally affected by the situation. I don't think that I would have been able to, number one, trust an unverified source like he did, and number two, leave out raw emotions in the reports. And number three, I really wouldn't have been able to achieve the goal of accurately reporting facts as he did without a script or verification. So with that being said, I'll always feel like it's insensitive to be so immediate and jumpy on things just to be the first source with information. And I think I've said that so many times in my videos that I wouldn't be good in journalism because of not being able to separate emotions with facts.